guys like orange
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about The Last of Us Episode 4. God, this episode had so many things just straight from the video game that I fucking loved. Like her pun book, Volume 2, I forget what it's called, but it was Volume 2 of pun book. That is straight from the video game. The music is straight from the video game. I won't say who they are, but if you've played the game, you know exactly who those characters were at the end. It is interesting. They're changing the kid a little bit, and I'm really curious on how that's going to affect the show and the story. Let's get into some Catherine stuff. It's very interesting. I like that, and they talked about this in the HBO after thing, that the Raiders, they're just kind of like an obstacle in the game, so they created her so that way you have like a face of the obstacle and all that stuff, and it's really interesting. I liked it. So I liked how she had the whole conversation with that dude, and he's like, "You can't shoot me, I'm a doctor," and she's like, "All right," and then she goes out and she finds the guys that Joel and Ellie just killed. So she's like, "Who did this? Wait, can a doctor fix what he... no? Okay." And just fucking shoots the guy afterwards. Like, no conversation. Just opens the door, bang, gets him. But yeah, I thought I wasn't going to care about her storyline. I don't know, I just didn't think I'd really care. But her and Perry, I'm really interested in, especially with that sinkhole that they found. I think they spoil in the next on and other trailers what it's going to be. I think it's kind of obvious, but I'm really curious. And plus, Perry's fucking Tommy from the game. So that's really, really awesome. But yeah, it seems like she's really upset that her brother died and she's doing all this for her brother. I really, really enjoyed the conversation in the jail cell with the doctor when they were talking. She's like, "Oh, when you were doing all this, it was okay, but now things got to change." That whole thing was really interesting. I'm really, really excited and interested to see where it's going to lead with her, because she's not in the game. So I don't know. I have no idea what her fate will be. So I'm curious what's going to happen there. I feel like really this episode was just a big episode for Joel and Ellie to become kind of friends in a way. Like, they were both kind of he pretends to be annoyed by her. She keeps doing it because she knows he loves it. Like, they were kind of doing that, but for the most part, in the beginning, he didn't really care for her at all. But now at the end, he's openly laughing to her jokes, and it just seems like they really are bonding now, and he really does care for her, especially after that fight scene that was straight out of the game, when they're in the car and the guy's pretending to be her and all that. After that whole scene, and she sees him protect him again and followed his instructions, all of those leading to the end, I thought it was really sweet that now he is openly caring for her. Yeah, I really like that they're already this way, because we're pretty much halfway through the show. I mean, we're episode 4 of 9, so I like how it's been pretty calm now, and things are just gonna amp up, and I think it's gonna I think after next week, every single episode of these will be insane. But the big thing this episode, the thing that the show's been leading to for a couple weeks now, is Ellie's been asking for a gun constantly.
Dude.
No.
There's a wall of them.
She finally stole one last week. We got to see her use it. Now, it was a little different in the video game. In the video game, Joel's drowning, and they're in a hotel, and she just takes a gun and shoots the guy, and she's like, "I shot the hell out of that guy." And here is a little different, but, it was practically, it's the same-ish, But I really enjoyed that. My last video I was talking about, I think I know where that's going, and that's kind of what I assumed, but I really, really liked that. I like their subtle ability to take things straight out of the game and do it like the game, but slightly different, to where people that have just like the joke book and stuff like that, people that don't play the game at all are like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of a fun thing they're doing." But people that played the game is like, "Holy shit, I hit triangle 18 times when she asked me about that book." It's just kind of fun. I like they're doing that so well. But so that next on, looks like we're gonna be getting another infected, and I'm pretty excited for this one. There was an episode back, I thought they were maybe gonna do something like this, but then as it was just going with Bill and Frank, I realized that we weren't gonna get the school scene from the game. Looks like we're gonna get something very similar to that coming up very soon, and I can't wait. I hope it's as cool as I'm expecting it to be next week. I don't know why, too, in the beginning with Ellie, and she's practicing pointing her gun at the mirror and all that stuff. For some reason, it was really giving me Walter White vibes in Breaking Bad when he first buys his gun and he does a little quick draw practice and all that. I was really getting Walter White vibes from her, and I love that, especially from their podcast. They give Vince Gilligan a lot of credit for the cold opens and some shit like that they've done. So I don't know, I just really got Breaking Bad vibes from her, and I really dug that. Something I thought was pretty funny is a lot of people complained about the stuff we didn't get from the Bill and Frank episode last week, and this week we got the funny porno magazine with Ellie and Joel, and that's a big part of after the whole mission with Bill. in the game. So I think that's kind of funny that you still even get a little hint of that mission, and a lot of people bitched and moaned about it. And it just shows like, come on, keep watching the show. But you don't gotta be a little weasel online. Just watch the show. You fucking turd. But yeah, I feel like I don't have much else to say about this episode, honestly, because it was a part 1 of 2 episodes that, like, it was just really fun. And I really enjoyed the conversations, and there's nothing major happened other than Ellie using a gun for the first time, and we got introduced to some new characters. But yeah, I'm fucking digging it. I can't wait for next week. Next week's episode will be early, too. We'll get it on Friday because of the Super Bowl. So it's just fucking right around the corner. We get another episode of Last of Us, and then, unfortunately, it's almost fucking over at that point, which then we might all cry. Have to figure out how they're going to do season 2 of this. Jesus. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on this episode, how you think the show's doing so far, maybe some things that you can't wait to see from the game. So I got a whole checklist I can't wait for. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week for episode 5. Video should be out Friday night, maybe Saturday morning.